Okay, so we're back this week, me and Deanna, and we're going to talk this week about go bags. Bags that we have ready for any sort of surprise hospital visits and that. And we feel that maybe we can share what we've found useful to keep in the bags for any parents out there that have are new to the Trisomy 13 world. Because unfortunately for us, things like hospital visits are frequent, especially early on, and you just never know, and it's really good to be prepared. So we're going to go over some of the things that we feel that you should include in a bag that you can just tuck away and have ready.
I don't know about you, but my go bag is my actual also everyday bag that I go with Grace. Not just in emergencies too. It's, we have it ready to go for that emergency, but it's definitely the bag that we also take with us wherever we go.
Well, we actually have two. We have one that we take wherever with, Darcy's thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one for Rebecca because if we've ever had a sort of surprise hospital visit, it's always Rebecca that goes to the hospital,
right?
Because she's the one that drives. I don't actually drive at the moment. So, so we've got a bag packed for her with all her little bits in.
And, nice. See, we live like 5 minutes from the hospital, so if there's something that we forgot, we just go home and grab it real quick. And we're very thankful that we live that close. It's literally a 5 to 7 minute drive.
I think ours is about 15 minutes up the motorway, something like that.
That's not too bad though. No, that's fairly close.
Yeah. What sort of things do you include? What's top of your list of things to remember in your go bags?
Well, of course, because Grace has her trach, we always have everything needed for an emergency trach change. That's like standard number one. And they teach you that at the hospital. If you have a kid that has a trach, then you will always have that ready. So I'm not really going to go into that because of her what she usually has. But for us, I would say the other item is we love to have a lot of cleaning stuff. So anything to sterilize or wipe down for counters. So we use alcohol wipes. We always have a bag of alcohol wipes, and this as saline wipes too. So like I actually brought this because I thought it would be important. I love these little individual saline sterile wipes, because then I know if I'm cleaning her or wiping her down, it's going to be sterile. So those are that's my top number one items. Anything to clean the germs.
Well, I think that's really important now with the coronavirus and everything, and high hospital admissions. Obviously, it's really important to alcohol everything, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have little alcohol wipes too that we clean. So like if we have to use, let's say, maybe a syringe or something kind of, that is placed down on a surface, we can wipe it real quickly with the alcohol little wipe. And we have big ones. We have little ones, little square packets, and then we have like a huge, almost like a baby wipes, like butt wipes size.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I think add to that actually, we we always have spare NG tube,
mm-hmm.
and the same sort of thing. But from Darcy's birth, like before the coronavirus and the pandemic, we were always told to sort of wash our hands, gel our hands, and we always have in the bags is hand gel, which is pretty much what you were just saying about the wipes. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Cleanliness is really high up there on that list.
Absolutely. You know what? The other thing I carry, and mind you, I am inside. So Grace, I'm going to bring her. I'll show her to you in a little bit. I will have her jump on the call before we end. As a visitor. Is I actually keep like a little mini travel size dishwashing soap as well. Because you never know if you've got to wash something too.
It's true. I mean, actually, I've got with ours, I've got toiletries. So, you know, obviously, like you just said, stuff to wash, toothbrush, toothpaste, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's important. You know, sometimes, I mean, like you know, from your last hospital visit, and we had the time when Darcy had sepsis. You go in sometimes, and it'd be 2 weeks until you come out. Like, you know, if they have to run antibiotics and stuff, that's it. It's like, you know, and obviously you need to wash and you need to do stuff in that time.
And the hospitals are really good about supplying things, you know, like for Grace, or, you know, if we've forgotten something, you know, they're pretty good at that. But, and I'll of course use what they have there, but it's, you know, when you're sitting in that emergency room department or that kind of transfer phase before you maybe get admitted, you know, they're not always around you. If you know your child is stable and they're running tests and labs, and you know the nurse is not going to be with you all the time. They're going to go check on their other patients too. So, you know,
like a carousel, isn't it? You might not get the same people coming through the door.
Exactly. Yep.
And there's changes and stuff, and it's nice to have your own sort of dependency. And I think.
All right, what's next on your list?
On mine, I've got, so Darcy's tube fed, and the milk for her keep for quite a long time. So I always make sure that I keep a bottle in her bag, just in case we're ever caught out. Like, and you know, their feeds are quite regular. Right. That's nice to have, you know, just to. If we were stuck somewhere, it would give us another few hours of being able to sort of, you know, sort Darcy out whilst we sort whatever situation it is out as well, you know.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to always keep in your bag, I think.
Absolutely. And I will say, you know, because I don't know how much meds like Darcy has, but, you know, Grace has scheduled meds about every 4 hours. I actually will plan if we go out, same thing with feed, is I look to how many, like 3 to 4 hours later, what meds are coming up. And then I bring those along too, just as a precautionary.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Darcy's medicine revolves around nighttime mainly, you know, it's and it's just to do with preventing UTIs, or she has eye drops for glaucoma, but that's slow progressing. So, you know, if she didn't have it that day, it wouldn't be a major thing. She could have it next. But when she was little, when she came out the hospital with sepsis, they had messed up her saline. They were using saline a lot and messed up her salt levels, and it caused a few seizures anyway. So we weren't, at the time, we didn't know if she was going to have seizures or whether it was something that happened in hospital. And, you know, it appears that it was something they'd caused in the hospital. At the time, we did carry around in the bag like this little cylinder thing with like an emergency medicine in it to stop, you know, the one you put in the mouth.
Right.
If a seizure's longer than 5 minutes, I think it is.
Like that. Yeah.
That was an important thing to keep in the back as well, because we just didn't know. And you really don't want to get caught out, like you say, without the medicines and stuff. They're really important.
Yep.
And I think saying that as well, in her bag, I always keep a few various size syringes. which work out for a lot of things when you're dealing with NG tubes and any sort of tubes where you've got the feeding and medicines and things. The syringes are just essential, aren't they?
They are. I actually keep, so I brought out to show you, in her bag, I've always used like different containers for different items. So we found these pretty cool ones here, and I like them because they're sectioned, so I can keep the little end tops of the syringes covered, and then I keep different sizes. So I always keep clean syringes of every size, just in case, because you never know.
We always keep. Let me just grab a bag. Hold on.
Yeah.
Back. You can do like a little dance or something.
I'll go show Grace.
Yeah, say hello to Grace.
No. Say hi, Grace.
Aw.
Say hi. Yeah.
I hope it's not clear because it's a little blurry on my screen. But hopefully it comes out right. Hi, Grace.
Say hi. Say hi. She's like, yeah, I'm on my floor, just hanging out right now. Hi. Just the usual G2 problems. The usual. What are you doing?
Oh, she looks happy.
Yeah, she's been in a good mood. Her teeth have been bothering her a little. The usual. Waiting for the rest of those molars to come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you in a second.
Oh,
that's what happens when you have a computer. I really got to get the phone.
I'm just diving deep. So we leave the syringes in the packets, the ones that are in the bag.
Yeah.
So obviously everything's sterile. They won't be used unless they're needed at all. And this is another thing that people forget sometimes: the test strips for the acidity of the stuff coming out of the NG tubes. Or
yeah.
Tubes. These are a lot more important than I think they get credit for, actually, because without these, you can't really be sure 100% where the tube's been placed. They always need to be checked, don't they?
Right. See, important for you is that we a spare button. So since we have a the G tube instead of the NG, then we always have a backup button just in case. You never know if it's gonna burst.
I think this one you might not have thought of. I don't know if you've thought of it in your bag. Sun cream.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Always in a bag.
Always. We keep ours. We definitely have a tube of that as well.
And the other thing I'm seeing here is obviously medical notes. Like in this country, we get a red book.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's the same in America, but all her just immediate sort of medical record little thing. So it's always kept in her bag, just in case it's needed.
See, that's good. They always want us to bring our vaccination card with us when we go for hospitalizations or doctor's visits. So we'll bring that, but I've kind of made a cheat sheet with that same, here's a paper of a summary of her, just in case something were to happen to us.
Spare sample pots.
Mm-hmm.
Nappies.
Oh yeah.
Spare nappy.
Okay, and then these, I don't know if you guys use these over there, but
this is a NG tube as well, by the way. I think this one's, yeah, this is
nice.
All sealed and everything that goes in her bag. Obviously, you wouldn't, reuse NG tubes and things. But I'm just saying to everyone out there, everything, anyone watching it in the bag, just leave it in packets and put it straight in the bag.
Leave it sterile. Yep. Don't open it. Don't open it unless it's needed. These are also one of our faves that we have tons of these in our bags. These are just normal saline bullets that we use for everything. So we can use it for cleaning around her G-tube, cleaning around trach, just cleaning anything. Also used for suctioning. So we just have a ton of these.
I have some of them as well, actually.
Oh, good. What about gauze? You guys keep gauze in your bag? We do. Lots of gauze.
Yeah, we got micro porous tape.
Nice.
That's just like a little, this stuff. The white tape. Smells all medical. Got a random. I don't know how this works. Random. Does that do something? Random little.
What is that?
One of her eye appointments, they gave it to us to try and sort of.
Oh, okay. So it's like the light.
Yeah, the little light. Yeah.
The little light.
So we got this. So this is something we don't really use, but it's always in her bag. She had one of her breath hold spells, and we thought it was quite bad. Obviously, start trying to help her get some air.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really an item that doesn't really get to come out of her bag much, luckily. So
you don't want it to. We keep one of those in the car too. So always keep one in the stroller, one in the car.
Yeah.
But we purposely, every hospitalization, we're like, we're going to take that because, you guys are going to throw it away. We also use, do you guys use sterile, I know we call them Q-tips. Cotton buds.
That's the second on my list is cotton buds.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
And then also wipes. Butt wipes. Let me see what else is deep in the bag. Got her hearing aid here.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what else Grace has got.
So this is important for parents, I think. Things like ibuprofen, paracetamol. Because some of those scenarios are quite headache inducing, and sleep deprivation can happen.
Oh yeah.
Cotton buds. So I'm just going to try and pack it away as well again whilst you're rummaging around in your bag. Yep. This is a really good bag. It really holds a lot more than you'd expect, actually. So like a world of stuff in here.
Yeah, what I like about using the little containers that we have is that they're stackable. So in our bag, ours is a backpack as well. So we take our containers and they can stack easily in the bag together. So then we can, kind of keep them organized. Let me see. I'll put two together. So they stack like really easily and nice in the bag. And that way we can keep them organized and labeled and kind of categorize everything.
That's really cool. I think you've given me a few ideas there, actually, because all our stuff's sort of just neatly put in. But I think little pots would make life a lot easier.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have that.
I'm learning from my videos and our videos. And
we learn from each other, because I'm pretty sure I need more nappies than mine. I don't think I have as many.
Right, there you go. I've got the stuff back in there. Oh. So this bag, this one that I'm actually looking through now, this is the one that would come with us everywhere. So, you know, if I was in the shop or something with Darcy, I'd probably have it on my back. It's the Stays with Darcy bag.
Nice.
I've also got, there's some Sharpies in there and spare masks as well.
See, I don't have, that's what I need in my bag, is I don't have any like Sharpies or pens. I need to add that to mine. So
definitely pens. And like I say, spare masks for,
yeah,
you know.
And also because Grace travels, we keep emergency oxygen tanks in our cars, because in my car, the car that she is always in, and we always carry extra oxygen keys to open them up just in case. So usually when she's sick, she's requiring some kind of oxygen. So always have these.
You might overlook that are really important, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I keep one of these in my purse, one in her bag. There's like one in the oxygen. I have like five of them, more than that probably.
Really important item is a phone charger, and I think an iPad as well or something. If you've got an iPhone and an iPad, obviously one charger will do everything. So it's really handy to keep one in the bag.
Yep.
Because the last thing you want in a hospital scenario is to lose your form of communication or entertainment, because stuff goes downhill very quick then, I think.
I mean, we spent, I think it was like 4 hours, 4 to 4.5 hours before we went from the ED into her actual room, this last hospitalization, because it was that busy. So.
And a book or a Kindle.
Yeah. I love books. I love audio though, so I'm a big audio book person.
And this is her alarm going off now, isn't it?
It is. She's actually passing gas right now.
Oh, is she?
Oh wait, hold on. We're having a little bit of a.
I'll carry on talking.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Great. What are you doing?
You never know what you use them.
Yeah, she was, when she's pushing, sometimes her new vent is a little sensitive, so if she's pushing, it will set it off a little bit. Sorry about that.
Whilst you're gone, I was just saying plasters as well.
Oh yeah. And then we carry these in different sizes. This is sterile gauze. So we have split gauze, and we have the squares, because again, if we're liking to clean like her G-tube stoma or clean, around her trach stoma or her eyes, we want sterile stuff. We want stuff that we know is going to be clean.
I think another important thing, actually, saying about the gauze and the plasters and all this stuff is either some scissors or some sort of like a Swiss Army knife or something that's got a multi-tool is really handy, because you never know when you need to just cut things, or, even down to your own cosmetics, file your nails or something like that, some sort of something that's really, really handy. And obviously
I have 2 of those in my car.
The worst thing is having to need a plaster. If you're like us, and we have a roll rather than separate plasters, you know, it'd be a nightmare not being able to cut it.
But, yeah, so true.
And also, I think another important thing is like a thermometer, a way of taking her temperature. Because obviously, if something's up, it's really important to sort of keep an eye on things. And see what's going on, which leads on back onto what you like medicines and that. Calpol or something. I don't know if you have Calpol there, but that's something for like temperatures and things.
No, ours is more like Tylenol, Motrin.
Hold on, Beck's putting her hand up. Yes, Beck.
We don't take any meds or anything because we can just get them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Sorry, I know you can't actually hear her, can you? And that gives a random minute of silence on the video. Sorry, people watching.
That's right. That's all right. I was trying to listen. That's why I'm like, can I hear what she's saying?
Thinks it might be a bit different in America to England, whereas we would just ask for stuff. She said that you guys might have to pay for stuff, so you might have more in your bag than we would, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yes.
Meds and things, she's saying.
Oh, I'm sure. There's definitely going to be some differences, and just some differences with each child's needs. You know, you might have things that I wouldn't have. Again, the whole backup trach stuff, that's like a whole other section, you know, that has to come with us. So
I think the other thing as well that I haven't mentioned, but that's because it's so obvious to me, is her suction. I would keep that bar at all times, really.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Suction. If the parents out there got suction machine, don't forget it. And the thing I do is, like with her bag, I'll leave it hung up by the front door. That's something I can't miss going out, you know. Also, I think important for parents is, you know, change of underwear and stuff, and maybe some clothes, something like that. So that sort of thing, and also some change. Just keep some change in the bag, some coins or a couple of notes or something, but just actual cash.
So helpful.
Man, these hospital car parks and hospital shops, when you need some food or a drink or something, you know, they're not always the cheapest of places. And
no,
it could be 3-4 o'clock in the morning and you want a coffee and you're walking around the hospital and you're like, oh, I need some money. So cash is always a good one to keep in the bags.
Always. I like to keep, I do like to keep is like you mentioned pen, but like a little notebook. I know people use their phones to take notes, and you have your app on your phone that lets you take notes, but I like to write stuff down. I don't know why, I just do. So
no, it's good. I mean, like I said, if someone's forgotten their charger, then what use is the phone when it dies? So that's always a good reason to keep pens and stuff. Darcy's making some noise behind me now. I don't know if you can. No, that's Miles trying to get in. I don't know if you can hear. Could you hear Darcy a minute ago?
I could hear Darcy. Yep. See, it's just one of those mornings.
It just reminds me that you know, us as Trisomy 13 parents, we can't sit for 30 minutes without something. We've got Darcy. I don't know what's happening at the moment, but she's okay. She's shouting. She's shouting a bit. But yeah, I mean, Is there anything else you feel is important that people should remember for their bags?
Yeah, I feel like we covered all the bases on all the good items, you know.
I've got one more for, but it'll probably apply more to an English go bag, is tea bags, because you know Rebecca's really funny about what tea she drinks, and I think a lot of people in England can be sometimes. So if you're watching this, you're English, and you can be from any country, but I'm just saying, you know, we love our tea.
That's right.
Put some of your favourite tea bags in the bag as well.
I love it. I really got to get myself a kettle or something. I'm still going to order some biscuits. So
we'll don't worry, we'll send you some biscuits. It's fine.
I love it. I love that you have the tea bags.
Yes, yeah, we do. But yeah, that's you know, that's the. I think I've covered what I think personally has been important to us in bags and has helped those times.
I've gotten a few things from you that I need to update in my bag, so I'll be doing that as soon as we are done.
Yeah, and I'm going to look at little pots as well. So thank you for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll end this here, but before we go, I'm just going to grab Darcy to come and say hi. She's just getting her top put on and she's fighting.
It's so funny because we're trying to get her ready for her lunchtime feed, and she's got her braces. She's on the floor doing her floor exercises, and she's just all over the place right now. It's pretty hilarious. Oh my gosh, Grace. Grace is like sliding down right now. She's Hi, Darcy. What are you doing?
Looking for your hair's everywhere.
I love the messy hair. I love the bed head.
See if I can sit her on here for a minute. She's trying to eat my bracelet thing. What are you doing? Look at your bed hair. What's going on with your hair?
Hilarious. I love it.
Say hi.
Hi. I know. It's been a morning. It's been an evening, right? Right.
Look, it's Diana. I'm talking into the side where her ear's actually missing. I don't know if she hears me too well that side. I should got her on the wrong side. Darcy, you can say bye.
Bye. Till next week.
She does this all the time. She holds her head up with her hand.
I love it. Oh.
So I'll end this here, and hopefully anyone watching this, I really hope that some of the information can help you and just help you be more prepared if you have to go to a hospital at all. Hopefully you don't have to, you know, but if you do for whatever reason, then I'm hoping we can make your stay a little bit better by, you know, remembering to put things in your go bag.
Yep. And always have a good checklist. Always have a good checklist.
I'm going to end this here. So Darcy's going to say bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Awesome hair. But yeah, we'll see you next weekend, I guess.
See you next week.
How do I